29 killers. 50 head-to-head games of most hooks win. This is Slate's World Cup of Dead by Daylight killers. Wraith to kick off the World Cup, looking for a good start. Cheeky sip of coffee and we'll be on our way. Haddonfield as well. Those small utterances of concern from the Wraith camp are now growing to outright howls of disapproval. A probable swoof on Haddonfield. What kind of luck is this? I'll tell you what kind of luck is this. This is the entity's luck. Go around here. Good move from the Wraith. That's a nice pallet play. The kind of thing that the Wraith... It's the kind of situation, I should say, where the Wraith really excels around those loops. The quick lunge. So you're gonna heal up. Do we go around here? No, far too safe of a loop. The Wraith had a good thing going, tried for it again. Never going to work around a loop of that magnitude. Should have chased the David away there, but back better than ever, better and stronger as the Wraith. Now you are concerned about the vault here. So you go down, move around here. They burn the pallet immediately. They're going to go over. And Wraith just by the skin of his teeth gets that hit. And how vital that hit may well be. If David gets away from that, the chase goes on for a little bit longer, already possibly a bit of an overlong chase. That really is a vital hook. And there you go, the first hook of the 2022 Dead by Daylight Killer World Cup. And it goes to the Wraith and it's the David. There goes a gen for your trouble. One hook for one gen on a map like this. I don't think the Wraith will be too upset about that. Sees a couple of people moving in here. Going to start the chase now. And we remember, don't we, that that really pivotal pallet in the middle of the map is gone. Arena in a bit of a dead zone now, as a street can often be in Haddonfield. Takes a hit. Wraith's going to get the cloak back on. Back to the house. You want to try and deny any vaults that you can. You can't quite deny that one, but that's fine. Wraith will move around this side. Arena doubling back. Going to go for this vault. They go for it immediately. They don't. Incredible restraint from the Zarina there. Oh, but they don't have a pallet around this side, so they're going to have to go for this window again. Do they get it? It'll be a medium vault. Oh, they don't go for the window at all. Amazing play for the Zarina. And then they get around to the window again. Things becoming maybe just a little bit tricky for the Wraith here. Your loop is looping in a safe way around this window as well. Can he do something magical? He can't. What happened there? I think he has to leave. That's a really tough loop around an area that no killer should be getting looped around, especially under these bright lights and in these illustrious surroundings of the World Cup. He has to move away. Looking for the next gen, looking for the next opportunity for a chase. Some things to like here. Has 3 stacks of Save Best for Last. He'll be looking to prioritise the Chris Redfield here. But firstly, a kick on the gen. There goes my no hooks all tournament bet. Absolutely no question of chasing the Fang here. Wraith all on the Chris, all on keeping those Save the Best for Last stacks going. Good move there. Should be an injury. It will be. Wraith, of course, does hear a boon. Does hear a boon in the house behind. With Chris on the periphery, you feel like this could be a great opportunity. What? A great opportunity to close down the chase, barring dead hard. Do you know what? I think the early lunge is fine there, because even if it is dead hard, the additional stack on Save Best for Last is no bad thing at all. Eruption on that gen, absolutely huge. 2 survivors, both incapacitated, both unable to move it along. Wraith going to cloak up, head back, get this kicked. Barbecue initially gives us that aura. Wraith sees it. Wraith wants to try and make like he hasn't seen it, but of course he does. He pivots back. When does David realise? Now. Good injury. With 6 stacks already on Save Best for Last, is Wraith now beginning to believe? Early drop the pallet there for David. Absolutely the right call. First time seeing that weapon. It's nice, isn't it? It's nice. It's very Wreckers. Right, there goes Call of Brian on that gen. An eruption hit here could be absolutely massive. Is there a pallet? There is. We're just going to make like he's moving away. Good stuff from the David. Wraith sort of banking on David to pre-drop again. David didn't, and there you go. That play right there is the difference between a gen completed and a gen regressing still. The eruption hit not happening. That's a tough bet. That's a bitter pill to swallow for the Wraith. Game's not over, but it is moving away at pace. One thing you are happy with, if you're the Wraith camp, Look at the 3-gen that you're enjoying here. Look at the David you're enjoying as well. Does David get this vault? This would be close. This could be a really important exchange here. Oh, and that, the thunk of the Wraith's weapon hitting the banister. Could that be the thunk of disappointment? Could that be the beginning of something truly horrendous for this Wraith and for the Wraith camp? Get the gem regressing. Nothing over here. Is Wraith going to spend Save Best for Last stacks? I don't think so. I don't think so. And Wraith agrees, moving away, not wanting to lose sight of the end game and how Save Best for Last can really help your end game there. Picks around here. One thing that hasn't really worked for the Wraith is the silent bell. Maybe a question's going to be asked in the post game. In the post game little grouping together of the team and the killer. Why did we go silent bell? Were you not using silent bell well enough? What's the issue here? No need to be so fatalistic right now, though. This is exactly the end game that you like as Wraith. You have 2 good gen regression perks. You've got a nice 3-gen here. In fact, you've got a 4-gen with this additional gen kicker here. And that's a dying state. I don't know what Chris was doing. Not the correct thing. Goes onto a hook in the corner. They're going to come back to this gen. You get another injury. You can't take any more. No Mad Brit here, alas. Do they get this gen? It's going to be desperately close. They won't be able to commit. They won't be able to commit. So Wraith gets another shot of kicking the gen. Any time with Call of Brine will be huge. There's the unhook over there. Zarina's heading that way. Feng's going to want to tap this gen. The Wraith does not want that to happen. So it's going to go after the Feng, get them injured, get them away, get them resetting, and then buy some time for Call of Brine to do its thing on these gens. That's a hell of a spin move around a small box and a stump. And those are the kind of plays that the Wraith really can't afford here. Gonna spend a couple of stacks to get rid of Feng. Cloak up. Needs to kick this gen. You feel like this is still the pressure point. Oh, what devastating luck for the Wraith. They just have time to commit to the gen. And with another pressure point. Oh, what a hide in the bush as well to add salt to the wound that was that gen pop. Wraith listening out here. Game's not done, not by a long shot. You hear injury cries. You hear injuries. They must be in here. In here? Ooh, tough stuff for the Wraith. Tough stuff for the Wraith camp. There's Feng, but they've healed up. Are you really going to spend even more Save Best for Last stacks to just get an injury here? No, you're not, because you're going to lose them entirely. And you have to come to the conclusion that the event has got to the head of the Wraith not performing. Again, under these bright lights, under these particular auspices. Back to the patrol, though. If there is something in the Wraith's favour, it is the proximity of these gens and the patrol ability, if you'll forgive the phraseology, of the gens. Come around here, get the cloak, the uncloak. I feel like there must be someone, but there just isn't. There just isn't. You can sense there's a palpable air of frustration coming from the Wraith now, coming from this game. They've reset, they're all healed up, there's no one for an easy dying state. Spread out injuries here. You can keep on accruing those Save Best for Last stacks. Oh, it's a huge whiff on the David. A huge whiff on the David. Horror show against this David. But they spin around. Save Best for Last is there. Oh, no! A cry, a groan, such dismay in the Wraith camp there with that horrendous miss. They'll finally get the hit. But maybe even the time taken with that whiff will be enough for them to commit to the gem. Will it? Here's your hook. Call the Brine. On the in the basement gen. Wraith wants to check on this one. Never quite got this one kicked. Will do so. Praying, hoping to some god that there is enough time on this gen down here. There's someone over on that side, and you up here. So there can only be one person moving the gen. Someone else is doing noise notifications for God knows what reason. They could really put a dampener on this game. They could kick the Wraith out of it if they just commit to the gens, but maybe they're offering an olive branch, and you do not need to give the Wraith an olive branch. The Wraith will eat your olive branch for breakfast. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm just very stressed. As is the Wraith! Oh! and doesn't quite get the hit. Desperately close. A great pallet burn there. You want to check on this gen for sure. You want to check on the gen for sure. Get out of there. Get back on the patrol. Already 4 hook states here. Against the twins, that could be enough. But my lord, you want to rely on a little bit more than that, don't you? There's your first injury on the David. You need to close down the chase, but you also need to apply pressure. So let's keep on Chris here. Pivoting to Chris. They're going to get to a pallet. Bad move by the Wraith, taking the chase way too long while uncloaked and now pivoting back to the gens. Into left moving a bit. We know that there was someone on the basement gen, though. The silent bell could get results here. Here we go. There's a hit on Zarina. They head around this way. No pallet nearby. This could be it. This could be what the Wraith's been searching for. Dead hard. One assumes, though one cannot be too sure, it will be another hook, the 5th hook. And as we know with the scoring system, every single hook is valuable. Wraith going for a far more distant hook than the other one. Saw it a bit too late. Is committing to this one now. And the scary gen now has changed. They're pressuring along several fronts, and this now is the gen on which you must apply Call of Brine Eruption. And the Wraith does. You see someone moving over to the right. Feng moving in for the unhook. What you'd love here is a grab off the unhook. It won't happen. Feng taking us away. And there is the unhook. Take the injury. Any injuries here are useful. They slow down the team, force them to do things that aren't simply repairing the gens. Oh, Wraith, it may be the first little bit of unsportsmanlike conduct here. Trying to go for a tunnel. Trying to get the job done. Oh, and does so. Will this be a grab? Is it a kill? It's not a kill. It's not a Mori. They get the pallet. Oh, they tried for it. I'm sure I heard a survivor. I'm sure I heard a survivor. Approaching the pallet, maybe not. Maybe the height of the occasion has got to me too, as it has got to the Wraith. I do say that. Bringing it back in tremendous fashion is the Wraith. Needs to keep the basement gen pressured here. Gonna cloak up. Someone behind me. That's fine. That's fine. Quick kick on the gen. Get that regressing. Call the Brine Eruption. So vital in these situations. Good regression there. This gen's a bit too scary. Get that regressing too. Is there someone here right now? There's not. There is not. What you need to hope is that this gen isn't moving too. That's what the Wraith camp will hope. And it is not moving, or it's moving at least a very subtle amount. And what the Wraith will want to do is chase these two to the right-hand side. And that's what he's going to do. Going to get on Zarina. They're going to tap the gen. Go back around here. Quick lunge. Gets the goods. 8 stacks. I think you double down on this. I think you cloak up. Get around the Feng. The Feng's not part of what we're interested in here. The Wraith has a view to a kill. Call Wraith James Bond because he has a view to a kill. Oh, but Feng is not going to let this go. But we can move around this way. Come back. Just have to take the injury there. Have to take the injury. I think Wraith is going to double down on this. It may be a gem pop while this is going on. Oh, what a dead hard. What a dead hard. And pivoting to Feng here. Wants the dying state. Does get it. And Eruption on both gens is huge. Eruption on both gens is absolutely monumental. And maybe this could be the turning point that Wraith needed. Another hook takes it up to 7 hook statuses. It's becoming more and more of a daunting prospect for the Twins. The Twins camp were very happy early on. Now maybe a few furrowed brows in that particular camp. There's your gen kick. Heading back down to the basement. There's the unhook over there. Wraith is not interested. Has a parting glance and then moves away. Down to the basement gen. Is this one moving? It's not. It's turning into a 1 gen pressure situation. And that is a situation in which the Wraith can absolutely thrive. Still regressing over there. It's not a 1 gen situation. The downstairs gen in the house is moving. Maybe just a little bit, maybe not any more than it was previously. Still worthy of a kick, of course. Worthy of a kick, of course. This is still regressing. Brilliant stuff there. Wraith, a moment of respite in a game in which there's been very few of those. A moment, in fact, for me to press snooze on the ad manager. Down here we go, checking the basement gen. You hear a sound. You hear a falling survivor, I think that was. Moving along this way. There's your gen. We move over to there as swiftly as possible. Cloak through here. What we like about this area Very few options for running away. This could be a kill. This could be a kill that the Wraith has sought for so long. Not quite 8 save best for last stacks, and that might be a difference between getting this injury here. They get the vault. Wraith moves around. No swing there. Barring a body block, we know the Feng's been very good at those body blocks. This will be the first kill of the game. Dead hard, there it is. There's your first kill of the game. And Eruption on the gen yet again. It could have been a Mori. I think Wraith is going to prefer the hook over here. Slightly quicker. That's what he's going to do. Get the hook. There's your kill. There's 8 hook statuses. Back over. Eruption gen on the middle. 2 other people moving the street gen. It's a straight race to the gen. Can Wraith get there before it completes? One person flees. Feng does not. Feng stays the course and then flees. Good spin move by the Feng. Had Wraith dizzy for a moment. The gen's really moving. Does Chris get back onto it? I think the Wraith's betting the house on Chris. Not moving that gen any longer. You're dead hard. There's the dead hard. A little bit of a delay on the dead hard. But Wraith, well waited out, takes it up to a total of 9 hook states. Now everyone from here on in is on death hook, and Chris is back on the gen. Do they commit? They do. They do, but there's still all to play for. The gates are open, but Wraith has Chris in his sights. You're looking for David. You're trying to see where David's going. Trying to see if they're going for the unhook. Can't be too sure. This is a bad chase for the Wraith here as well. You need to close this down quickly, assuming as you may be that David is just going to try and be getting a gate open. Moving around the car. Oh no, this is extraordinarily bad for the Wraith. The Wraith camper in shambles here. What are you doing? Close the thing off. There's a gate open for David. Do they go in for the unhook? Doesn't look like it, Feng. David's out of there. David's gone. And while that is not the 4K, while that is a hook going begging, I think the Wraith is very happy with that because it means that if you get the swing... Oh my god, how has Chris done that? How on earth has Chris done that? And now has a straight shot, maybe to the gate. Oh, Chris is away. What an exceptional play from the lad. Well, there you go. 2 hooks go begging. Wraith will have to be happy with that performance. Welcome back, everyone. While you're away, we've heard rumblings from the Twins camp, and they're saying they've seen what the Wraith's done. They know they need to get a big game here. You're looking probably 4K or bust, to be honest. And to that end, they're going to go big on the end game. They're going to go for No Way Out and here for Blood Warden. They anticipate maybe looking at an end game. They want to put themselves in the best possible position to spread out injuries, spread out hooks, and maybe close the game down in that end game. Who knows? It could pay off for them. One thing I hadn't accounted for is not even getting into a game in the first place. That could hurt us a great deal, but it won't happen here. And it's Macmillan. I don't think you'd be too unhappy with the Groaning Storehouse as Twins. It's a bit of a large map, but with the speed of Victor, I don't think the Twins camp has cause to complain, and they're going to get Victor out early. This was one point of contention against the Twins camp. And you talk about decision making. When do you get Victor out? Some claims they were way too slow to get Victor out. They seem to have taken that to heart. Victor's out immediately. Into a rock he goes. Are they going to come over for the crush? They're not going to. Is there someone on this gen? There certainly was, but they won't be there any longer. Victor going to keep on Claudette here. One thing you could do is aggressively utilize the exposed. 3 people there. Someone's going to crush Victor, surely. Someone's going to crush Victor. It's only a matter of when. There is the crush. You have 45 seconds of exposed. You know they're the exposed candidate, and they're running right towards you. Good play. A good play. A bit of strange decision making from the Twins, but it might have paid off massively. Do this. Come around. They're not going to go window. So they come back around to it. They do. Do they get it? They're going to fake it out. Do they get the pallet? Do they get anything? No, they don't. There you go. The iridescent pendant already working wonders. Is that too close to the pallet? Are they going to get the pallet stun? The denial. No, they're not. What a start. What a start for the Twins. You're going to get a kick there. What you might do again. And yeah, I was going to say this. Do you want to unbind Victor? Keep him near here. They kick. You get more exposed. Oh, moreover, you get some immediate intel. And that's where the Twins can excel. What a start this has been. I'm not saying that they were readying the champagne in the Wraith camp, but there were some very happy faces after that 10-hook performance. Maybe not for too much longer. Here's Jill, barring Dead Hard, this will be a very quick dying state here. It will be. There's Eruption. Someone over there to get the unhook. Do they come back and then kick Victor? The longer they wait to kick Victor, the happier Wraith, the happier Twins is, the less happy Wraith is, because the Twins can head back. Hope to get some more exposed. They really not going to kick Victor? Okay. Come back to this gem, which you know is moving. Do they commit to this? They do. Oh, indecision from the Twins has cost them a gen. They burn the pallet? They do not. They move around it. Good moonwalk. Good moonwalk. Near pivots back. Up the hill. Down again. No balanced landing. So the Twins still very much in this. Make like they're going around. They are just going to go around. Oh, really didn't expect the... Really didn't expect them to just walk through the pallet, but walk through the pallet they do. They don't much like... They don't much like how that Killer Shack chase is going. They're going to pivot away. There's Claudette. Oh. Victor not really getting it done. The only real contribution Victor's made is by getting crushed. And that allows Claudette to escape. Get around here. Opportunities here. Opportunities. Gonna miss again. What a dismal display by Victor. Going back to Charlotte. That is a sequence of events that Victor will want to forget. No one being tempted by the crush of Victor now. Sort of a one and done add-on maybe, you're thinking. The iridescent pendant they know about exposed. They're not going to walk into it any longer. They waited a little bit too long there. Give away an injury and it might be even more. Keep them on the periphery. Talk to you about hypotenuse gaming. The Twins know it well. Matelock going this way. Double back. Tried a little bit of a moonwalk. They get the window. Twins moves around to meet them on the right-hand side. Victor crumbling on the bigger stage. Over 600 years on this earth, but none of them apparently prepared him for this World Cup. Down you go. Another hook here. That's been a really tough pasture play for the Twins. And they've not turned their really good start into a good mid-game. And there goes another gem for their trouble. You want to get back on Victor as soon as possible. You do so now. Get over here. Victor, can he land 1 pounce? 1 pounce is all he needs, and he gets it! That could be massive. That could be absolutely massive. It gives Charlotte a chance to get over to the gen, get that kicked, which she is going to do. There's a temptation to go after the chase immediately, but you want Eruption here so that you can get the incapacitated should someone come over and get the gen moving again. And now you try and find Jill. You try and find Fang, who's of course wearing the cosplay cosmetic in this game. You've got Call of Brian on that gen, so you should be seeing whenever they go for skill checks, and they do there. Victor, where Charlotte failed, can Victor succeed? Can we get a pounce off on the near? What a dodge that is! No real space to do to perform the dodge, but still handles it masterfully. Victor move around here, looking for a second attempt. Gets it! Gets it, Charlotte's right here. They're going to go over to Killer Shack. Charlotte looking around, looking for their 3-gen. They're not really going to find much of anything here. It's sort of a do-or-die situation. You can't rely on the 3-gen. You need to get your hooks. You need to get them fast. Could a moonwalk do the business? It forces them to burn the pallet, surely. It doesn't? What a strange move. The Wraith camp in unison shouting, burn it, drop it. But Nia would not, and maybe has given the Twins an in. They're going to go for a sabotage. They won't be able to complete it. So the Twins get a free injury. And you bet your bottom dollar they're going to go after that chase thereafter. You kidding me? Zarina not going to go for the window. Going to keep on moving. Into the corner. Nothing here to loop. I think they're just realizing the enormity of what they've just done. Gave away a really decent Killer Shack in favor of nothing at all. And there's your dying state. There's Eruption. No, there's the unhook over there. That's okay. The Twins simply get to trade on the hook. There goes another gen. It's a 1-gen situation. I'll tell you what, it's not an atrocious 3-gen. It's maybe the best that you could have hoped for with how the early game went. And Victor will move over here. Let's keep Victor guarding that gen, is what the Twins camp is saying. We want to patrol the hook and those 2 gens over there. That's what they're going to do. Claudette running away, not going to be dragged too far away from this situation. Wants to have one quick look at this gen. No movement, they head back. Now, this is the kind of Twins gameplay I think we're all very used to seeing. Proximity to the hook, using Victor elsewhere for ambient intel. And can they just secure a kill here? Well, there's very little pressure on the other gens. I don't think the Twins camp is seeing any reason to give up on this situation. There's your hook. They get the unhook. We can trade here, is what the Twins camp is saying, and they do. And they do. Turn around. Try and avoid a flashlight stun. I don't believe there is one here. And they get the hook immediately. You did fear, just momentarily, you feared a sabotage. No one went in. No one was there in time. Charlotte thinking for sure there was someone around that area. There was not. Get Claudette away. This is their game plan, and they're sticking to it very nicely. You want to check out this gen quickly. Embolden Claudette to go for the save. While there's a minimum of pressure. We know there's two people here. Two people here. Neither. Oh, and you get a grab! You get the grab! They delayed the unhook for Lord alone knows what reason. And this opens up the possibility of a basement hook, and this could be a real turnaround. Not an unbitten fingernail in the Wraith camp. There's the unhook. There goes Victor. Finally, Victor's gone. You know, there's some pressure now on that gen over there. That'll be the first time that gen's been moved. Someone heading over that way. Let's get around and about with Victor. You know the person by the other gen is exposed. This gen not moving. Let's keep Victor here. Charlotte won't be able to get there in time to benefit from the exposed unless they're moving in for the basement unhook, which would be a bold play. Let's see if they're doing it. There are scratch marks around here. There are scratch marks around here. There's a ninja party around here. And it's a dying state for the Twins. Can they get 2 basement hooks? Can they get 2 basement hooks? And this will be their 8th hook. So even general game state aside, you know what? They're not going to risk a basement hook. They're not going to risk a body block here. They're going to go for the upstairs hook. Still put some pressure. It's a kill! It's a kill! And the possibility here of even more. Now, you don't want to get greedy in a situation like this, but you know only one other person can be moving the gens. I think maybe now is the time for chases. Let's get Victor out there. Maybe they don't expect this. Moving in on Feng. Where's Feng gone? There they are, around here. Can Victor, who's been bad so far, can he get the goods when it matters most? One decent lunge is all that's required. Where's this duel gone? There they are. Sorry, the Feng. Victor waits out the pounce, comes back, needs to get through the pallet, needs to get through the pallet. They're not going to burn the pallet. Victor's waiting for the pallet burn. They're gonna kick. A big whiff from Victor on the biggest stage. He's bottling it time and time again. They still don't burn the pallet. And how's that a miss? How's that a miss? Victor flicking the beret, but not getting any purchase on the survivor. Charlotte now has to go after these gens. And you just think that maybe this is a gen that's moving. Even if they get the gen, remember, Blood Warden, no way out. The Twins camp has prepared for the end game. They did not expect to be in a position this good, though, surely. And they're going to move around there. They're going to flee the loop entirely. They are not, and it's a dying state. It's a dying state taking the Twins to 9 hooks. The draw is in sight, and the victory, say it quietly, the Twins' victory could be in sight too. He's missed an absolute sitter. There's the kick on the gen. Let's get they're going to say, let's get Victor out here to patrol these other 2 gens. We don't want to lose this game via these 2 gens. They're not going to. 0 progress on either gen. That is so extraordinary. And the Twins camp really can't believe their luck. There's the unhook. Lord alone knows how they got past Charlotte there. Asleep at the wheel, you might say. Here are the 2. They have to burn the pallet here. They will. You fear off the record for Zarina. This is what the Twins camp are saying to Charlotte. You fear off the record for Zarina. Double down on Claudette. Are you going to be hit with balance landing here? It seems very much like a balance landing play. It is. It is. Charlotte's going to stay the course. Balance landing can only take you so far. There's a pallet here. They go over it. They do! It's a dying state! If Charlotte can convert this to a hook, it is a confirmed draw, at least, for the Twins. And even that is akin to a huge upset. Wraiths fans with hands in head, shaking their head, saying, how did it all go wrong? It's a draw. At least for the Twins, it is a draw. Can they find one remaining survivor? Can they make this a famous victory and an immediate upset in this World Cup. Here we go. Victor. Moving over to the other two gens. 2 survival protocol. 2 survival protocol on the lips of everyone here. Victor, been bad all game long. Can 1 pounce do it? No, another massive miss. They're not going to kick, though. They're not going to kick. 1 pounce needed. Just 1 pounce. 1 pounce. Chase your dreams. Bang over here. This is becoming farcical. Get back around. What a move by Victor. Can he get 2? He can't get 2. Is Nia going to go for the recovery or going to go for the gen? You feel like Charlotte's a bit too close. Adrenaline on both survivors. No. No, and a brief moment of happiness in a very unhappy game for the Wraith fans. 2 adrenaline pops with the gen going. That is extraordinarily bad luck, but remember, the twins have no way out. They will know which gate they need to patrol, but my god, what a knife to the heart, what a dagger that is for the twins and the fans of the twins. There's no way out. And there they go, it's the injured party. It's the injured party. Charlotte has them in their sights. We want to chase them the unhappy way around this loop. Found them. It seems like it's just a matter of time. Don't need to do anything too tricksy here. There's your dying state. And barring something truly horrendous here, that will be a victory for the twins. It is! It is! 3 points go to Charlotte and Victor. 0-0 to Philip. What an extraordinary victory, but remember, the game is not over yet. The game is not over yet. You feel like this has to be your gate that Nia's pivoted to. Still 4 stacks on no way out, so they can't open the gate until I think roughly now. There you go. You put Victor. They're going to put Victor here, looking for auras, and they get it. They get it. They have Nia in their sights. Are they in this locker? They're hoping so. Oh. Are they in one of these lockers? Surely not. Oh my lord in heaven, how is this happening? How is this happening? You've got to check that the panel is close enough to Victor. There they are. There they are, the killer instinct Victor. Victor's not been too much of a help in the Pounce game. Been a huge help in the aura reading game, in the intel game. All that remains now is the hatch. Can they deny hatch? Caught in the doorway there. Take a window. Great fake out from Nia. Great fake out. You have to imagine it'll be a pallet burn. It will. Now they're going to want to get away. Was that smash hit? Seemed like it might have been smash hit. Get the kick. Charlotte here simply wants to deny them space to roam. It's a big map. It's a big map for the twins. That might help them when they are looking as they are to deny the hatch. Oh, Nia ran headlong to the window. You were hoping, praying that they would run through right into the waiting arms of the twins. There's a hatch! There's the hatch! How on earth did they not get that? Twins gets the kick, and what a vital kick that is. What a vital boot. And the chase now continues. The Encane collapse is in effect. Difficult to see a way. Difficult to see a way in which this goes the way of Nia. Oh, what a miss. A spectacular miss. You might just be resigned. And let me tell you, the Twins cap will not care how it's done. You might be resigned. Just accepting that this is an endgame collapse kill. We will see. There's the blocked window. You can now chase around Killer Shack in the conventional way. Keep on them. They're injured. They don't have a lot to do here. They're coming to the pallet. They are moving around like this. Do they go over? They do! It's game! It's game! Not only is it a victory for the twins, it is a 4K 12 hook victory for the twins. Stunned amazement in the crowd. Whispers of I didn't see it coming and how did that happen? Wraith fans despondent. Twins fans elated. What a start for Charlotte and Victor. And could it be a start of an incredible run into the playoffs? We will see. Welcome back. We have just witnessed something truly extraordinary. The twins beating the Wraith. We go now to our man in the killer camp. Slab, are you there? Hello, Slate. Yes, I am here. It's elated scenes in the Twins camp. Charlotte is shaking up a bottle of champagne. Victor's holding a glass for himself. He can drink, of course, because he is 650 years old. And they are celebrating. This is a famous victory, and they're hoping it's the beginning of much more to come. Any word, Slab, on the Wraith camp? Yeah, sorry, wrong scene. Yes. Philip has bing-bonged and has left the camp. No one at the moment knows where he is. He was despondent after that first game, and he is currently AWOL. I repeat, Philip, currently AWOL. The Wraith camp are hoping to have him back before he faces off against Nemesis in the next very, very vital game.